Welcome, Love Light Lifers. Natty T here, your vibrational coach, and today we're going to talk about who is more beautiful, the art or the artist? What the hell am I talking about? Well, you're going to find out in just a minute. Welcome, my Love Light Lifers, my returning subscribers, followers. I appreciate you so much. So much. Love to you. And of course, if you're here for the first time, oh my God, thank you for coming in. Hope you have some fun. Hope you stick around. We are talking about art and artists. Who is more beautiful? Who came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, we don't really care. What we want to know is who's more beautiful, the art or the artist? And what do I mean by that? I mean that when we express ourselves in our artwork, it doesn't matter whether you're a freelance designer who is designing a web page or an infographic, or if you are a painter that paints on canvas, whether you're a street artist or you're a performer of some sort. Maybe you make music. Maybe you make movies, it doesn't matter. Maybe you write. That art that you put out, people appreciate it. And we as artists, I think we like to think that it is a reflection of who we are. And when people like our artwork, that it is a reflection of how much they like us. The unfortunate thing about that is that if they don't like our art, it means that they don't like us. And sometimes when we're trying to build ourselves up as artists, knowing that people don't like our art or have very sordid opinions of it can really, really hurt because we tie ourselves to our artwork so much. But when we're talking about vibrational matching, we have to understand that as an artist, what comes out of us is an indication of the vibrations that are all swirling around inside us. Our point of attraction is not actually a point. Our point of attraction is more of an environment. It's like a garden. You can plant things there. You can water it. You can nurture it. You can put things in specific places at specific times. You can water it some more. You can fertilize it. You can prune it, you can weed it, you can look after it. But the one thing that you can't do is you can't make it grow. What do I mean? I mean that you don't come in the middle of the night and stretch the trunk out to make it grow. You don't tell the branches which direction to grow. You can kind of try and do that. You can have some influence on it. But the truth is, the most satisfying gardens are the gardens where it's a collaboration between you and the garden. In other words, it's kind of nice to just plant the plants and see what they do. And then get inspired as to how you would like to respond to what they do. The reason that I'm saying this is because this is actually more about how our vibration works, our point of attraction, than an actual point, because there's so many things that are interacting. And I'm talking about things like how we feel. I'll give you an example of how crazy it can get. And this is very much just the tip of the iceberg. So you're at work and a work colleague says something to you and you get offended. You don't like what they said. And so you focus on what they said. Now, we're going to say that you're a female, okay? And this person who spoke to you was a male. So everybody imagine they're a female. And they say something and you don't like it. And for the rest of the day, you think about this terrible thing and feel bad about why they said it. Now, first of all, you're re-landscaping your garden as you're thinking about it. But let's have a look at where the garden had to be for this person to give you this response, for you to elicit this kind of a response from somebody. So this will take into consideration how you feel about yourself, how you feel about yourself at work, how you feel about the quality of your work, the quantity of your work, how you feel about the person who spoke to you, how you feel about their gender, how you feel about the relationship between the male and the female gender, how you feel about that particular time of the day. If it was morning and you hadn't had your coffee yet, maybe you're more susceptible to grumpy people because you're grumpy. Even though you might be walking around with a smile on your face, thinking that no one can tell, even though you might be trying to make yourself feel better and saying it's not as bad as it seems, and you're trying to pump yourself up, the law of attraction knows the difference. So if you're in a grumpy mood, the law of attraction, it knows, and it sends you the grumpy people. And sometimes it's not as simple as that. Sometimes you were in a good mood and then this grumpy person came to you. But momentum is momentum. And just because you've stopped feeling grumpy doesn't mean that it just all of a sudden stops. The momentum of that grumpiness can keep going, and sometimes it gets triggered. And so this is a landscape. This landscape is quite complicated, but if you start playing with it for a while, you'll start to observe things that make absolute and utter sense to you. You know, when I'm in this mood, when this happens, it puts me in this mood. When it puts me in this mood, I tend to see a lot more of this thing. Sometimes you can't figure out where the vibration is coming from. And so after a little while, it'll click and you'll go, oh, okay. And you'll match it up, and you'll start to be able to match up different thoughts with different results, and the kind of day that you're having at that specific time. So the reason why I'm saying this is because that artwork that comes out of an artist is an accumulation of all of that complex thing that is inside each artist coming out into this beautiful artwork. In other words, every time an artist makes an artwork, it is almost a snapshot of what's going on inside them, no matter what medium that they're using. They could be a chef. Whatever is coming out of them at the time, and how they choose to express it, what medium they use, and how they use that medium, all of it has to do with this landscape that's going on inside them that they're expressing. So when we see a beautiful artwork, we're witnessing a beautiful artist at that particular time anyway. It's a really beautiful thing to be able to see what is going on, or feel or hear what is going on inside of another person, something that we don't always get to do, and the emotions that it may invoke inside of us to change our landscape for just a second to see what their landscape was when they painted, sang, drew, wrote it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Love you all.